Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
What the Fredericktown School is doing to protect students. Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center shows off its new $173 million facility. Plus, Mineral Area College will soon be home to 3 outdoor sculptures. All of these stories are coming up.
Are you ready for a roller coaster in temperatures? We'll have all the details coming up in weather.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello everybody, I'm Fred Dawkins. Thanks for joining us. Here's the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. School safety has gained new awareness in recent weeks, and Fredericktown School Board trustees learned what measures the district is taking to keep students safe. Dr. Kelly Burleson tells 18 Eyewitness News they shared the findings of 3 law enforcement officers at this past week's meeting.
Chief of Police, Eric Hovis, here, and I had our school resource officer, Jason Lee's also here, and we had Andrew Cheney from the State Highway Patrol, and we had been meeting with them, and we were just discussing and wanted to give the board an update and some of the things they had seen and doing some walkthroughs in our buildings.
Dr. Burleson says the district received high marks, especially for keeping their doors locked.
Not only our internal doors, our doors on the outside too. They were very good. Glad to see that. They thought the building was very secure. We talked about just again being aware of people that's wanting to get in the building and make sure we know who everybody is.
Dr. Burleson says Fredericktown schools have always put a premium on student safety. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, we're seeing temperatures on the mild side, 41 in Festus, 42 in Ironton, Piedmont right now at 38 rather, 40 in St. Genevieve, 37 in Cape Girardeau and Poplar Bluff, as well as in Van Buren. Going through the evening hours, clear skies tonight, 43 degrees at 7 p.m., 41 by 9, by midnight, a temperature of 39. One more day of nice weather here in southeast Missouri, then the roller coaster is on the way. We'll give you all the details coming up later in weather.
Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center will host a community open house Saturday to showcase their new $173 million facility. Marketing Director Tiffany Jenkins says they'll give folks a look at their cutting-edge technology.
So you get to see some things that you won't get to see after we open, even if you were to take a tour, because since we're not using those areas yet, we're able to take people through it and be able to see all of the technology that we're going to have.
And Tiffany says the tour will wind up with a view few people have ever seen.
We'll also be able to see the Women's Center, which is the nursery and where all the babies will be born, which everybody's always excited about. And then we're going to take them up to the top floor so that everybody can see the view from the 7th floor looking out over Poplar Bluff.
The new Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center is located at 3100 Oak Grove Road in Poplar Bluff. Saturday's community open house will run from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon and is open to the public. Mineral Area College will soon be home to 3 new outdoor sculptures. The Mineral Area Council on the Arts is donating the works by artist Mark White, and Executive Director Roxanne Cummings says the donation serves a dual purpose.
For some time, we've been searching at the Mineral Area Council on the Arts, searching for a way to honor both patrons of the arts who have meant so much to us and the college, and also to honor the college, who is such a great friend of ours. We've had such a long relationship with them.
Roxanne says the 3 kinetic sculptures will react with the natural elements.
They will be made of copper and steel, and they also have a patina to them where they react with the sun, and they also react with the breeze.
The Memorial Sculpture Garden will be installed just outside the Mack Fine Arts Theater sometime this spring. A Poplar Bluff man will be back in court February the 11th after pleading not guilty to beating his parents with a baseball bat. 27-year-old Matthew Jenkins waived his formal arraignment Thursday when he was charged with 2 counts of assault and armed criminal action. Police say Jenkins initially lied to them about what happened to his parents, and then later he confessed to the beatings. Jenkins is being held in the Butler County Jail on a $1 million cash bond only. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, St. Francis County's Relay for Life kicks off on Sunday. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
I was my wife's only caregiver. I did not really trust anyone with her care. I soon learned I could put my trust in Serenity Hospice Care. Anything that we thought we needed, it was there. It was a great blessing to me and my family, and I wish I would have done it sooner.
You never know when, but thieves can steal your identity.
You know, I can save you 15% today if you open up a charge card account with us.
You just read my mind.
Just one piece of information, and they can steal your credit and ruin your reputation. You need LifeLock, relentlessly protecting your personal information to help stop the crooks before your identity is stolen. Credit monitoring only tells you after you've been attacked, but LifeLock's advanced ID alert system directly notifies you, protecting your identity before you become a victim. No one can stop all identity theft. That's why you need the security of our $1 million service guarantee. Call now to try LifeLock risk-free for a full 60 days. If you're not completely satisfied, you won't pay a cent. Act now and get this document shredder at $29 value free.
Call 1-800-943-0225 to try LifeLock risk-free for a full 60 days. Use promo code NORISK. Plus, get your free document shredder. Call 1-800-943-0225 now. LifeLock service guarantee cannot be offered to residents of New York.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
This year's kickoff for the St. Francis County Relay for Life will be Sunday afternoon. Chairperson Tara Gann tells 18 Eyewitness News that the meeting will be informational and inspirational.
We're going to be talking about a lot of exciting events that are going to be coming up this year for the Relay for Life. We'll also be discussing the theme coming up, and we're going to have a really exciting two guest speakers actually, a survivor and also the caregiver of that survivor, and they're the 2013 Heroes of Hope, and that's going to be really exciting to hear.
Tara says the American Cancer Society's Health Initiative spokesperson from St. Louis, Brittany Ciez, will also be there.
She's going to discuss some of the different options that are available for people that they might not know about, and we're also going to talk about how many people in St. Francis County have actually taken advantage of some of the things that ACS has to offer, such as Hope Lodge and all the different resources that we've been able to provide thanks to the Relay for Life.
The St. Francis County Relay for Life kickoff starts Sunday afternoon at 2 at Elizabeth Hall in Leadington. The North County Band Raider Regiment's latest fundraiser will help you clear some space in your closet. The band boosters are holding a Cinderella dress sale for gently used formals, prom, bridesmaid, and wedding dresses. That'll be Saturday from 9 until 1 at North County High School. For a small fee and percentage, they'll sell your item for you. You'll find all of this information by clicking our story at our website, kdkz18.com. The band is raising money to pay for their trip to Washington, D.C. to march in the Memorial Day Parade. A Dexter man is facing assault charges for an altercation in Stoddard County on January 7th. 21-year-old Wesley Tackett is accused of stabbing 30-year-old David Blankenship 7 times. When sheriff's deputies arrived on the scene, they found both men with stab wounds. They later determined Tackett's had been self-inflicted. A witness stated that Blankenship had been sitting on the arm of a sofa when Tackett walked up behind him and began stabbing him in the back. Tackett remains in the Stoddard County Jail on a $75,000 cash-only bond.
It's going to be a roller coaster weekend for temperatures here in southeast Missouri. I have all the details coming up next. We'll be right back.
Get
to your neighborhood Subway and try the new Baja Barbecue Steak Melt. Feast your eyes on mountains of tender steak and an oh-so-sweet and spicy chili barbecue sauce only Subway has, all topped with melty Monterey cheddar. Get it made the way you say on your favorite freshly baked bread or toasty flatbread with anything your taste buds desire. This melty masterpiece is here for a limited time only, so hurry in for the new Baja Barbecue Steak Melt at your neighborhood Subway today. Subway, eat fresh.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now for a new pain-free meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Call now and Arriva Medical will send you one of these new meters for free. And if you have Medicare, your testing supplies may also be covered. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs. And they deliver your supplies right to your door for free. With these new meters, there's no coding, you don't have to prick your fingers, and some of these meters even talk.
Your blood glucose reading is 122.
Call 1-800-607-6498 and we'll send you a free Betty Crocker Diabetes Cookbook filled with delicious recipes.
Call Arriva today. You'd be glad you did.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at weather headlines for southeast Missouri. We're going to be seeing one more day of the warm air here in southeast Missouri. Then cold air ushers in for Sunday. And then sunshine sticks around. Those temperatures are going to be on a roller coaster, and I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast. 41 right now in Festus, St. Genevieve at 40, 42 in Ironton, 38 in Piedmont, Poplar Bluff at 37, as well as in Van Buren, Cape Girardeau, and 39 right now in Ellington. 44 and clear skies here at the studio. We have current temperature of 44, like I said, but it feels like 37 out there because of that south-southwest wind at 15 miles per hour. Current dew point 23 with humidity at 42%. Going through the day on your Saturday, plenty of sunshine throughout southeast Missouri. Really can't complain about the weather. Nice spring-like, early spring-like weather, or late winter type of weather we'll be seeing here in southeast Missouri. For tonight, we'll see clear skies, low around 35. However, look at that southwest wind. That's going to be gusting at 30 at times. It's going to be 15 to 20, and then we're going to see other area temperatures in the 30s for overnight tonight. Then for tomorrow, we'll see temperatures in the 50s. Not a bad day at all throughout southeast Missouri. On your Saturday, we'll see a high 55 in Farmington, 57 in Ironton, 54 in Van Buren. Plenty of sunshine, southwest wind 15 to 20, gusting at 30 at times. Then for the rest of the weekend on Sunday, much colder, 39 degrees, sunny skies. Partly sunny on Monday, high of 25. Back in the low 30s for Tuesday, into the 40s by Wednesday. And then we're back in the 50s by Thursday. So we're starting to see a trend of warming up. However, we're starting to cool back off by Friday. Another look at our weekend forecast here in southeast Missouri. On your Saturday, we'll see plenty of sunshine throughout southeast Missouri, high of 55, low of 30. Then on Sunday, plenty of sunshine once again and a high of 39. Let's check out your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at kdkz18.com. Just click on the weather tab. We'll be right back.
Battery problems. It happens every time you want to do something. You just want to mow the yard, right? You've got to make it to that big meeting on time, and your watch quits. You got to be somewhere, and your car won't start. Right in the middle of a conversation, and the battery conks out on your cell phone. For every kind of battery.
Attention DePuy hip replacement patients. If you have had complications following hip replacement surgery, it may have been caused by a defective hip replacement implant.
DePuy Orthopedics has recalled hip replacement systems due to defects. If you or a loved one have had hip replacement surgery and needed to have the surgery redone, or you have had other complications, call the Rely On Group now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you were fitted with a DePuy hip implant and you suffered hip pain, failure of the hip replacement joint, or other medical complications, you may be eligible for a cash award.
Call the Rely On Group right now to be connected with an experienced attorney for a free consultation and to see if you may qualify for financial compensation. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
If you or a loved one has had a DePuy hip implant and it has been removed, or it is causing you pain or other complications, call the Rely On Group at 1-800-670-9976.
Today's 2-minute tour of Missouri starts in New York City, where a possible deal is in the works for a former Southeast Missouri State student accused of plotting to blow up the Federal Reserve. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office says lawyers for Juarez Nafis are working on a plea bargain with the prosecutor. Nafis was arrested in October on charges of using a weapon of mass destruction and trying to provide material support to Al-Qaeda. A Missouri Senate panel is considering legislation that would divert lottery prize money and income tax refunds to pay off a winner's county jail debts. Those who owe would also forfeit their concealed weapons permits and be ineligible for hunting or fishing licenses. The Missouri Sheriff's Association estimates unpaid jail boarding fees total some $3 million. State law requires anyone in a county jail for a state crime to pay for their incarceration. A Southwest Missouri man accused of deliberately running over a relative following a family gathering has been convicted of second-degree murder. Sheriff Shannon Jack Schaefer got into an argument with Tommy Bryant last April and later into a fight. Now, witnesses say when Bryant was walking away, Schaefer got into his truck, hit and dragged him some 50 yards before driving off. Schaefer could get 30 years in prison. An 18-year-old Eastern Missouri man is under arrest, suspected of kidnapping his 15-year-old ex-girlfriend. Montgomery City Police say the girl told investigators that she rode the bus home Tuesday and was confronted by her ex-boyfriend. She says he ordered her at gunpoint into his vehicle and drove her around throughout the evening. Police say the older teen brought the girl home unharmed late Wednesday morning, but made threatening comments. The 18-year-old was arrested that afternoon. And a Cole County woman who assaulted an elementary teacher was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Joanne Rutherford went to the school to contact her son. Her custody of the boy had been temporarily suspended, and staff tried to stop her from seeing the boy. Prosecutors say Rutherford hit a teacher and grabbed her son, but was prevented from taking him out of the building. The teacher was not seriously injured. And that's your 2-minute tour of Missouri for today. Coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, see how adopting one child can actually change 2 lives. Coming up today on Focus on the Family. Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
Attention American mesothelioma victims.
American asbestos workers gave their lives for their jobs. Why were these strong patriots from the greatest generation allowed to work around toxic, deadly asbestos? How could we let this happen?
Listen to me. I'm attorney Greg Jones, the tough, smart asbestos lawyer. Employers and asbestos manufacturers have known since the 1930s that asbestos is dangerous. But for some American workers, their job was a death sentence. These huge companies put their huge profits above American lives, and that's just not right.
If you have mesothelioma, call the tough, smart asbestos lawyer to fight for your family's future.
Don't be a victim twice. Call me for a free evaluation. I help victims of mesothelioma. Let me help you and your family. If you don't get a settlement, you don't owe me anything.
Call Greg Jones, the go-to lawyer for mesothelioma victims. The call is free. Call now.
Call 1-800-551-3546. That's 1-800-551-3546. Call now.
A pregnant teenager sometimes finds she's not really welcome in her own town, school, or even home. That's where a loving surrogate family can step in and make a world of difference, as Dr. Bill Meyer reports in today's Focus on the Family.
It was very difficult to tell my family. It was devastating to everyone, I think, and I had to quit cheerleading and I had to change schools.
Brittany's talking about the news that changed her life. At age 15, she became pregnant. It was her decision to continue the pregnancy and put the baby up for adoption. Then, just when she needed family the most, it became necessary to find another place to live. That's when the Herbicks stepped in.
I mean, pregnant teens, in a lot of cases, they don't know where to go or what to do.
Our oldest daughter, we adopted, and we adopted her from also a pregnant teen, and so I think it was a wanting to kind of give back.
The Herbicks welcomed Brittany into their home and into their family. Couples who choose to give a pregnant teen a temporary home are providing them with a wonderful gift.
A safe place, a place that she can be a part of a normal family, doing normal things at a time when there's nothing normal in her life.
Ironically, Stacy Herbick was pregnant at the same time. The shared experience gave the two a unique bond and a way for her to help Brittany through her personal challenge.
I was a wreck. It was really hard, but I think Doug and Stacy helped me get through it a lot better than being on my own.
Yeah, it was just good processing with her the things that she was going through and trying to understand and work through some of the hard stuff.
In fact, the Herbicks would say they received much more than they gave, and their kids saw a beautiful example of compassion.
You realize that it's not so simple as black and white. Everybody makes mistakes.
But it was also really fun for our kids to have her around. She was like a big sister to them.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, please visit our website, kdkz18.com, and click on the Focus on the Family link. Time now to take a look at our plugged-in movie review here on 18 Eyewitness News.
In the movie Mama, Annabelle and Lucas accept the responsibility of taking care of his two young nieces after the death of the girls' parents. Not immediately after, but 5 years after. Somehow, Lucas's nieces, Victoria and Lily, have survived in a wilderness cabin for half a decade. No one knows how, but everyone realizes it's a bizarre situation, to say the least. Whatever is going on, though, seems to have a dark side.
Something bad's gonna happen to me.
You can't do that.
Why?
Because she gets jealous. The girls draw bizarre pictures. When Victoria shares with her psychiatrist, she tells of things that are inexplicable. For instance, the girls, it seems, believe they survived because of some type of mysterious guardian named Mama who came to their aid. But certainly, there's some reasonable explanation for all this. Or is it something else altogether? On a positive note, the film underscores the importance of sacrificial caregiving. Lucas shows compassion and tenderness as he deals with his long-lost nieces. In addition, although Annabelle is not sure she has what it takes to be a parent, she rejects her own fears and tackles parenthood duties with grace and kind-heartedness. On the downside, in addition to the film's spiritual worldview being significantly skewed, it relishes every loud scare and scream, every sinister, dark death. Then there are the language issues. In other words, the positive messages get lost in the woods. As such, I'm giving Mama a mere 2.5 bumps in the night out of 5 for family friendliness. For an in-depth review on this film or information about any flick playing at your local Cineplex, check out PluggedIn.com. Plugging you into the movies, I'm Cheryl Wilhelmy for Focus on the Family's Plugged In Movie Review.
For more valuable information on current movies, DVD releases, as well as music, games, and TV shows, visit our website, kdkz18.com, and click on the Plugged In Movie link.
And coming up in sports, 2 battles for third place highlight tonight's Black River League tournament. The Blues start their season Saturday night with a new line, and Mizzou and Florida hit the hardwood Saturday afternoon. It's all coming up here in sports.
Attention Fosamax users. The FDA has warned that the drug Fosamax, used to treat and prevent osteoporosis, has been linked to low-energy femur fractures. These fractures could develop in the long part of the thigh bone or the bone just below the hip joint with only minor trauma, such as a slight bump or fall, or even just walking. If you've taken the drug Fosamax and suffered an unexplained thigh fracture, call the Reliant Group right now. You may be eligible for a significant cash award. Don't be a victim. Get the help you deserve. Call the Reliant Group right now to be connected with an experienced attorney for a free consultation and to see if you may qualify for financial compensation. There's absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we're successful. You may be eligible for a cash award to cover pain, suffering, and even medical expenses. If you or a loved one has taken Fosamax and suffered a thigh fracture,
call the Reliant Group at 800-997-2022.
Happy lives. They can change in an instant. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, it can shatter your life. If you're currently in a lawsuit but need money right away, can you afford to wait years for your suit to settle? Now you can get the money you need in as little as 24 hours from Oasis Legal Finance. You may have medical bills, rent to pay, car payments, even simple day-to-day expenses. You need help now. At Oasis, there are no out-of-pocket fees, no payments until your case settles, and no obligation to repay if you do lose your case. So there's absolutely no risk. Call Oasis right now to see how much money you could get before your case settles. Once approved, Oasis can get you your cash in as little as 24 hours. The sooner you call, the sooner you can start putting your life back together.
Call toll-free today, 800-314-6777. That's 800-314-6777.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
The penultimate night of the 76th Annual Black River League Tournament tip-off tonight at 6:30 p.m. The first game features the third-place contest in the girls' bracket between Bunker and South Iron. The 8 o'clock game will feature the battle in the boys' third-place game between East Carter and Winona. You can hear tonight's action and the championship games on Saturday on Kickin' Country 105 and live video in crystal clear resolution at KDKZ18.com. Rams quarterback Sam Bradford will have something new next season, the same offensive coordinator. Brian Schottenheimer will be returning to the Rams in 2013, and Bradford will have the same coordinator and the same offensive scheme 2 years in a row, which is the first time this has happened for him in his NFL career. Schottenheimer was passed over for the Jacksonville Jaguars head coaching vacancy. St. Louis Blues coach Ken Hitchcock will be looking for fireworks from his new line of Andy McDonald, Alex Steen, and Vladimir Tarasenko. Hitchcock came up with a line over the summer, and in this week's scrimmage, the trio generated a load of quality offensive chances. The Blues host Central Division rival Detroit Saturday evening at the Scott Trade Center in St. Louis. And two of the best in the SEC will battle it out Saturday afternoon on the hardwood when 17th-ranked Mizzou travels to Gainesville to take on the 10th-ranked Florida Gators. The Tigers have been averaging 77 points per game, compared to the 74 points for the Gators. But Florida has been playing a very strong shutdown defense, with opponents averaging only just 52 points per game. Tip-off time, 1 o'clock Central. And that's today in sports. Fred and Dustin, guys, it's back to you at the news desk.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. Let's take a quick check at that forecast for the rest of this evening. Clear skies and mild conditions, 43 at 7 p.m., 41 by 9. By midnight, a temperature of 39. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News tonight at 6. Newswatch is next, and don't forget to check out our website, KDKZ18.com, for your local news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.